and Tanner Tucker, Tyler Buzzy, and Connor Borman are going to be your 12 cars out front. Green flag going to fly as they work their way into turn number 1. Beatty going to get Smith up out of line early in this one. He's going to try to see if he can't make his way to the front of this pack fast. 20 laps to set up between these drivers as they work their way up off of turn number 4. 5 wide across the line as they work their way back into 1 and 2. DeMarco holds on to it. Borman now under pressure from that 6 machine of Darnell as they work their way into turn number 3. Can't quite close that gap. Darnell going to slide back to that 3rd spot now as they work their way across the start-finish line. Mason Cup going to hold on to that. Mason Cup going to hold on to that 4th spot. And it's going to be Tucker, your top 5. But Chase DeMarco starting to stretch that lead out now. 1/17 of a second separation with him and that Dylan Borman 20B machine as they work their way down the back straightaway. Coming into this event, Brody Snyder and Tanner Tucker, your top 2. But DeMarco and Darnell, the front runners in your top 5 in points. 121-point separation between DeMarco and the race lead, the points lead as they work their way up off of turn number 4. Now here comes that 7 machine of Josie Tucker. Works her way up to that 5th spot. Now back to the inside. Here comes Mason Cup trying to battle for that 5th spot. 4 spot now. Here comes Stoller to the inside for 5th. Mason Cup has company with the big slide off on turn number 4. That's going to cost them some ground. Mason Cup holds on to the 5th spot. But out front, it's going to be that 9 machine of DeMarco. Borman, Darnell, Tucker, Stollard, your top 5 in this one. Here comes Tucker trying to see if he can't battle with Mason Cup for that 5th spot. He's got Snyder to the inside of him, side by side for the race lead in this one. A 55-point separation between your top 2 in this one. Brody Snyder holds on to the points lead. Tucker going to be in that 2nd spot, 55 points back as they work their way across the line. Now Mason Cup going to slam into that 41 machine across the line. He's going to cost him to drive up the field. Here comes that 17 machine of Carson Allen to the bottom side of the racetrack. Side by side for, I think that's the 6th spot now as they work their way up off of turn number 4. Mason Cup has an issue. He's trying to keep that thing pointed in the right direction now. Drives it down to the bottom of the speedway. That 52 of Newman going to go up and around, up and over. Going to try to get it up and over. Now you see the replay on this one. Mason Cup just gets squirrely on the front straightaway, trying to find a way back down to the bottom side of the racetrack. As soon as he sees it clear, he's just going to yank it down, and Newman was still there, and she's going to get collected and go up and over. Be on your way. DeMarco, Borman, Darnell, Tucker, and Stahl are going to be your top 5. We go green flag racing off of turn number 4. DeMarco going to lead them off into turn number 1. Now Borman going to try to make that move early in this one. Can't quite get there now as they work their way down the back straightaway. A little bit deeper in the pack. Carson Allen trying to make a move for that inside machine for that 5th spot around Tanner Tucker. 11 now, 10 laps to go in this one. DeMarco back out to a dominating fashion, a 0.3 of a second lead just in 1 lap now. He holds on to your top spot. Darnell trying to close that gap to your 2nd place driver of Borman. Borman holds on to 2nd. Darnell, Josie Tucker, Harry Stoller going to be your top 5 now as they work their way back into 3 and 4. Chase DeMarco now worked his way out to about a 1/16 of a second advantage now as he works his way through 1 and 2. 8 laps to go for this one as he works his way down the back straightaway. DeMarco holds on to it. Then it's going to be Borman following in that 2nd spot. Borman, Darnell, Tucker, and Stollard trying to break away from the rest of this pack now. Stollard trying to track down that 7 machine of Josie Tucker as they work their way through 3 and 4. Top 5, 6, pretty much the whole entire field pretty spread out in this one. The closest battle on the racetrack is going to be for that 6th spot. Tanner Tucker is trying to hold off that 41 machine of Snyder and that 44 machine of Smith. Smith, another one that come through the B main. That young driver has worked their way up to right now the 8th spot. Trying to work their way around Snyder to see if they can't gain a couple more positions in this one, but still nobody able to touch that 9 machine of DeMarco out front. Coming to get 3 laps to go. It's cost 3 laps to go out front. DeMarco holds on to it. Borman going to be in that 2nd spot now as they work their way into 3 and 4. The battle's going to be on for 3rd. Darnell over Tucker trying to see if they can't track him down. Now here comes Snyder to the bottom side of the racetrack underneath that 44. Smith, caution flag going to fly. Darnell, Tucker, and Stollard will be your top 5. We go back green flag racing above turn number 4. Green flag going to fly. DeMarco going to lead him off into turn number 1. Borman knows this is his chance. He's going to make his move to the bottom side of the racetrack. They're going to be side by side, but DeMarco going to jump on him down the back straightaway. Here comes Darnell to the bottom side. He's going to try to see if he can't make a move for that 2nd spot. Going to shove that 20B up the speedway now. 20B back of Borman down to the back side of Darnell one more time. Can't quite get there just yet. DeMarco holds on to it. Darnell, Borman, Tucker going to be your top 4. White flag out for Chase DeMarco. No pressure from behind. Down the back straightaway. Chase DeMarco is going to win this one in dominating fashion off a turn number 4. Checker flag in there. Chase DeMarco picks up the win.